Oh, I put my notes somewhere else. There they are. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome. We are live from the apocalypse. We are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio making actual play content in the forms of streams and podcasts to raise money for nonprofits, aid organizations, and progressive causes. We're currently raising money for the Doctors Without Borders, who are providing critical care and disaster relief around the globe, particularly in Palestine and Ukraine. And we ask that if you like what you see here, you take the $5 or $10, whatever you can spare, no expectations, and you donate it directly to Doctors Without Borders instead of giving it to us. The donate button is right where the subscribe button would ordinarily be, and by clicking it, you can make the McElroy brothers yell at us and interrupt whatever dramatic and important scene is going on. This channel does have donation incentives. A $15 donation will allow you to give a player of your choice plus one forward, and a $20 donation will allow you to give a player of your choice minus one. If you donate $25, you can force me, your poor GM, to run the game in a Stitch voice for 60 seconds. You won't find a deal like that anywhere else. And now, let's introduce our players. Amber, we start with you.
My God, I wasn't ready for the Della Let's Make a Deal show host voice.
I don't have a good excuse. It just started happening.
Listen, just follow your whimsy. That's so good. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. No bio info about me because I'm on an extended mental health break. That's right, everybody. I'm going to therapy twice a week, and I don't have time for TTRPGs anymore. Yeah! So, it's all good. Can't find me anywhere except here, pretty much. So, go team. Thanks, everybody. Oh, yeah, I'm playing Imogen Warwick. I almost said Imogen Heap. I do that every time. I'm playing Imogen Warwick, the scholar, the only one here without powers. But I do have a German brain in a jar, so there's that. Yeah.
And a ghost and a bird. You have the most entities in other objects, I think, of all of the characters.
Highest
entities.
entities per capita.
Yeah.
I love having entities and entities.
Mm-hmm.
Tree-person titties.
Tree titties. They give us all wood. Bedlam, it's your turn.
Oh, wow. I was going to make a comment about a brain in a jar being a superpower, but now that has just steamrolled everything. I am Bedlam. Hello. I am playing Jerome Nears, a tainted, part of a close and loving family / coven, except maybe that's going sideways. Who knows? Things are not going quite so well for him, having inadvertently and unwillingly killed somebody recently. Jerome's having a day. So let's find out, kind of hear how that goes as we figure out where Sefer went.
In Jerome's defense, Soren killed him.
It's true.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, surely they would have survived the hole in their chest otherwise. But yes, absolutely.
Brendan.
And don't call me Shirley.
Hey everybody, it's me, Brendan. So I want to know what the donation threshold is to get Della to do the game in her like 1940s announcer voice.
I'll do that voice instead of the Stitch voice. Like, if you can declare what voice you want me to do the game in, I will do it. Like, just have instead of putting in your name, just say Stitch voice or.
This game is now going to be game mastered by Matt Berry. But hey, I am. Sorry, as I said last night on Academy H, I've been watching a lot of What We Do in the Shadows, so I've got a lot of Matt Berry lines. But I'm Brendan, playing Sefer, the Vessel, Frankenstein, Teenage Frankenstein, Thembo, V2 Rocket in a trench coat. We love to hear it. Currently disembodied, presently in a dog. The dog has a tactical baton in its mouth. Very important detail. Arm all bets. And I don't know. That's where we're at.
We've had a couple of sessions. This game took a couple of unexpected turns. Last but very much not least, JD.
Hey, I am JD. I can be found on the internet at JD Not Jason Dean. And in this game, I play Saint Soren Augustine, who has the highest body count of anyone, and I'm sure that's fine, and I'm sure that's not going to increase. We started with religion, then we moved to cocaine, then we moved to murder. So, it's fine.
The classic pipeline.
It happens every time. You give a kid a Bible, they end up,
just
killing people
One
in the
just
basement of a
follows
crab.
the other. Like,
every time.
Jesus really is a gateway drug.
It's true. It's true. All right, kids, are you ready to get hooked on Christ?
No.
I thought they used nails.
Well, it's more likely that they probably just used rope, in terms of just execution methods.
And
But
why waste good nails? Yeah.
Exactly.
Kill that dog.
Hey kids, are you ready to get nailed on Christ?
Ooh, there you go.
All the bad guys.
Save me, please.
I was going to say, see, it's funny. Everyone likes to make what the edgy CrossFit joke, but like, have you seen the Jesus in like the National Cathedral in DC?
I have.
Full on like Goku Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like just like full like it goes just beyond being like blonde European Jesus and into like full on like the glowing halo, the flowing hair, like just like truly just like chiseled lats. Like
it's Super Saiyan Jesus can't hurt you.
Yeah.
He's not real and cannot hurt you.
Super Saiyan Jesus.
The National Cathedral.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I haven't gone because I don't believe in religion, despite living miles from it. Is it this one where he's cloaked in red?
Hang on, it might be. It probably is. Let me see. Where am I at? Let me seek. Seek the. Where is that? Oh my god. Oh, that's not it. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the one it is. It's the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate. Yeah, that's yoked Jesus.
Wait, Basilica? That's up because I'm on the wrong one.
Why does
I
Jesus
put National Cathedral. What's the?
Why is he like?
It's the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, which is.
I see it. I see it. Okay, I was looking for a statue, but this is a. I see it. Okay.
Yeah, that's Super Saiyan Jesus.
That's probably a 20-minute walk from here.
No. Oh yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
I will say it is genuinely a spectacular piece of architecture and has some really gorgeous artwork in there. But Catholicism, and I don't think you have to pay to walk around it though, so you don't have to give your money to the Catholics. Anyway, moving on. Beyond this,
speaking of religious trauma.
Yeah.
Speaking of religious trauma, I didn't chase the Eucharist with iced coffee this weekend. That was fine. That was somebody else.
I'm told there's some good stuff out there, by the way. If you just Google Super Saiyan Jesus, like there's some good stuff.
Oh yeah. All right. So where we left off last session, we left off with Father Chapek, Sister Marie Chapek, old hunters. Emphasis on old hunters, with 2 teenagers and a dog piled into their van. Everybody armed to the teeth, driving to the crab shanty, where to get Sefer's body back from his nefarious uncle, the sinister Anthony Chapek. But that's not where we're going to begin, because we had also left behind Imogen Warwick, scholar, currently wearing. Are you still wearing the brass knuckles of rage?
Oh fuck yeah, I am.
Hell yeah.
You
As
better
we-
believe I am.
The camera focuses in on them. What do you look like in this moment as you're walking down the street, having seen one of your close friends shot full of holes and made this bargain to take this brain in a jar to the library?
You know the like misplaced swagger that Natasha Lyonne has in Orange is the New Black, and like everything she has in that show,
Mm-hmm.
where she shouldn't be as confident and hot and like self-assured as she is. Very that.
Mhm.
But it's solely coming from, for Imogen at this point, it's solely coming from the fact that she put on these knuckles, bust down open a door, and then felt the power of God and the anime on her side for the first time ever.
These are the knuckles of Jaxper. It is known from now on.
Mhm.
The that is a reference to the very first LFTA game. The So you're striding down the sidewalk. Following close behind them is a what looks like a tent with tank treads. A kind of a sort of like a it's got like a basically they threw a sheet over top of the brain in the jar, and it is presently following along behind you. Helpfully, the crab shanty is not. Well, I guess that's a question. How are you planning on getting to the crab shanty with your brain?
We were already at the crab shanty.
Oh, I'm sorry,
We're
not the
leaving
crab
the
shanty. The archive.
The library.
Walking.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like honestly, just walking. There's I'm ostensibly under lockdown from my parents and telling my parents, "Hey, I need to ride to the library and I have brain in a jar." Is not going to be. My dad might be amenable to it, but I don't think he would like the optics. My mother 100% would just bar me from going. So,
Unlikely to be well received. Yeah.
yeah.
So you are walking. Give me a real quick spirit roll.
Okay. You've got to be fucking kidding. That's a 3.
3. Okay.
2 1s plus 1.
Rad. Cool. Okay. As you're walking, you can feel the heat kind of traveling up your arm. Imogen strikes me as a person who's is are they one of the people who's like always a little cold? Like always like stealing sweaters?
Yes, like especially their hands. Their hands are always like a little frosty.
Okay, I relate to this. Uh that is gone. Like and what is and like all those little just like aches and pains of just like having a body, especially a developing femme body, are like gone. You feel good. You feel like that like swagger is you however little you have earned it, you feel like you've earned it.
Hell yeah.
And like you are feeling so just on top of the world. Go ahead and take 1 harm.
There is no reason not to trust this whatsoever.
Yeah. Everything's great. Everything is great. Everything feels real good. You can feel on the hand you have the brass knuckles, that heat like pulsing up your arm in but in like this way that like if you're holding like a small animal in your hands, you can like feel its heartbeat. It has that same like heartbeat feeling.
Mm.
Um and as you are walking, the brain in the jar is talking and talking and chattering. How much? And mostly, he's just talking about the things where he's that's like really excited. Like, I have not been able to get into the archives since I had a real body, and then they threw me out, and then they threw me out again when I tried to sneak in, and then they threw me out of the archive in the university in Bonn, and then they threw me out of the archives in the university in Moscow, and then they threw me out. It yeah, it is getting to be very ridiculous. So thank you very much for taking me to this archive. I am very excited to go and to read the books. I am so fascinated. I hear you have quite a few incredible texts on homunculectronics and on the various aspects of angels and demons, and I am so excited to see this. Uh, After a while, do you say anything?
Imogen is just like still riding the high and is still feeling like really powerful and indestructible and is like, yeah, absolutely. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh. Like not really providing anything of substance to this conversation. Just feeling like the jock power,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
you know? This is like they are feeling, they are embracing like this himbo moment.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah.
Just full Gideon Nav.
Mhm.
Uh, After a while, eventually the professor, oh, the German,
Mhm.
um, he does at one point tell you that he is not a professor. No university would allow him to teach.
Mm.
Um, uh, he does eventually pause in his ranting and say to you, "So tell me, what is your area of study? What have you learned working for the archive? What do you study in this place?"
Oh, uh, 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 great questions. Um, but enough about me. Tell me more about you.
Well, I feel like I have been
Smooth.
talking for hours. What is it? Is it what? Let me ask you this. What is it that you know about angels?
I don't do would I know anything about angels?
Classic
Um,
icebreaker.
um, you can give me a roll and just for with any stat, but kind of justify it
Okay.
to me of how you know the thing.
Well, I'm gonna roll with mind,
Sounds good.
which would be have I learned this
Hmm.
in my studies and
Hmm.
retained it in my mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's a much better roll than I got the first time. That's going to be an 11.
That is almost the opposite of what you rolled last time.
Yes.
Um, Fantastic. So yeah, you know some stuff about angels. You've learned the last project you really had was trying to look into into Soren's um uh saintly ancestry, basically, like
Mhm.
the what other saints had his portfolio. What else was uh what was sort of the legacy of that?
Hmm.
And there were a handful of references to angels attending various saints. Um, and there were a couple of like names of things. And I mean, you also know sort of like, yeah, the Archangel Gabriel who told Mary about Jesus. You on an 11. You know enough about angels to know that you don't know a whole lot about angels. You know that there's people who spend their whole lives studying angels. You know
Hmm.
probably more about angels than any of your other friends do. Um,
I probably repeat something similar back to him. I'm like, well, what do I call you? Hair, brain,
you can
your
call me. You can call me Dr. Spiegel.
doc, Dr. Spiegel.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't call myself an expert on angels. Absolutely. I'm only 17. Um, that might be too much information to tell you. But I do know that certain angels have been assigned to tend to certain saints. Um, and that they're messengers. I know the be not afraid, the many eyes thing. I have had a friend that took their Furby once and made it into a biblical angel.
That is the kind of heresy I can get behind. Uh, uh,
Are Furbies in this universe made with homunculatronics?
oh, of course they are. They
Yes,
are
yes,
abominations on every level. But of course they exist.
yes. No, naturally, Furby is a concept that transcends realities.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's possible the
Furby,
ones in this universe are homunculectronics. I'm
We're not
sure.
positive. Yeah, we don't know that for a fact.
It's true.
Furbies are the introduction of the Furby is a canon event that exists in every timeline.
Yes. Yes. All timelines have Furbies. If they don't have them yet, they merely have not yet developed them.
The Furbies will not stop until they have colonized all realities.
It's true. True.
Why do you think they were banned from the White House?
You know, you know. Uh Hello, Shaggy. Thank you for being here.
Yippee! Hi.
Um So yeah, as you're talking, he sort of says, "Yes, they listen to specific saints. There are specific saints that attract angelic attention, and this angelic attention uh, is very important because if you can coax an angel down into the world, if you can coax that sectioned off power of God, that demiurgic force into the world, you can do incredible things."
Like what?
Well, think about it. Think about it. People do not think anymore. Young people. What should you do with uh, with a power source that is hooked into the very nature of the universe itself? How many wars before this one, before the crusade, were fought over energy?
Huh.
How many wars were fought over distance and the difficulty in acquiring gross matter? If we have an angel at our yoke, we can do anything. We can provide for everyone.
Well, I guess well, the church never really encourages us to think about that. You know, we're taught to revere and yeah, we're taught to revere angels and be a little afraid of them, but we're not taught to actually. We're taught to think of them. We're taught to think of them as powerful, but not of their power. If that makes sense.
Yes, yes. And this, in my mind, is nonsense because you see, first of all, we are also of God's great plan, correct? So how can we not be of them? You know, how can the other aspect of this is simply that we should, of course, be respectful. Yes, of course, we should be a little bit afraid. We should take caution, take care, take measures to protect ourselves. But in what difference? What difference is there between an angel and a particle accelerator? I ask you.
Asking the real ones out here.
If I can
They
shape
also haven't taught. They haven't taught us about particle accelerators and AP physics. I think those have been stricken from the curriculum for encouraging wicked thought.
this long suffering sigh. State of academia these days. 'Tis like a child cannot simply knock together a proton cannon in his dorm room anymore. Why? Why would this is sad. This is sad. What is this country coming to?
Oh, did you make a photon cannon in your dorm room? When
A
you
proton cannon. And no, I had to have it actually. Like I had to make that somewhere else. Um, but the theory is the same. You know, you should be able to do whatever you want.
Huh.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah.
and he sort of cruises along this, and this is why I cannot really understand why the sons of Adam are so adamantly against all of this, all of this
Eh, They're
supernatural.
adamant.
Adam,
Sorry.
that is very good. That is a very good pun. That is a very good pun. I like that a lot.
I was always more skilled in the linguistic arts than I was.
And it has clearly been very worthwhile for you. And he rants for a while longer about angels, about demons, about fallen angels, about uh and about a little bit about homunculi,
Hmm.
about uh uh is there anything in there while you're kind of in this kind of like buzzing, snapping, like energy? Your body has like you're experiencing so much, like almost uh, like you're like tearing yourself apart. Basically, that's what that one harm is. Basically, is your
Hmm.
body is just so filled with this tension that your muscles are like straining to the breaking point, but you feel good about it.
Um, I feel like if my muscles are straining, so is my brain.
Mhm,
And so
mhm.
I'm probably absorbing far too much of this information that is probably like safe or healthy for a teenager to know.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna let us do.
Okay.
I will let you essentially take at any point as we're moving through the game. I'm going to give you two opportunities uh ah to essentially roll with mind and remember something that this guy said to you.
Mm.
Like you can to know something about the supernatural, you can roll with mind and twice to remember something that this guy said.
Good.
Um,
Because beauty is fleeting, but knowledge is forever.
It's true. It's true. That's what I tell myself.
That's what I tell myself every day too.
No. We live in a society. You guys talk on the way, you ask questions, you learn some things that are. You probably learn more from this weird brain in a jar just ranting than you have heard from church in your whole life. What you don't know is how much of it is horseshit. Because you do kind of, your brain is, as you say, still working. And you get the sense that this brain in a jar might not be the crispiest cracker. So you're definitely getting a lot of information that this brain believes is true. But if he was so great, where's his whole body?
You know, the brain in a lot of people believes a lot of things are true that aren't. He's just as fallible as anyone else.
It's true. It's true. What is the world coming to when you cannot trust German brains in jars?
I mean, in some
Dispensing
respects,
electronic information.
I mean, in some respects, are not really. It's not the brain really just like the body of the arms, like.
Brendan, no.
Is this another reference to Armistice? Because
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't understand it, but I saw Will's clip earlier. Anyway, there's an extremely loud bird outside my window.
What kind of bird noises is it making? Oh my god, wait, I can hear it.
Yeah, right?
I'm getting noise gated out, tragically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
That's a spicy avian.
I don't know. It's so loud. It's so loud. It must be like on my porch. God, those mourning doves laid a fucking egg on my doormat again. I will be so mad at them.
Mourning doves are jerks. It is.
They're so dumb. They're so dumb, guys. Okay.
There's a whole subreddit devoted to like the weird and bad places that mourning doves make nests and like the bad ways they make nests.
They're so bad at it.
Our porch outside on like our like deck is basically is a perpetual battleground between crows and mourning doves.
Hell yeah.
This is some like little house finch or wren or sparrow or something. I gotta get the Merlin app. I'm so bad at birdsong. This show is sponsored by Merlin.
Love birds.
Yeah, like the crows are unquestionably smarter, but no one comes out looking intelligent after a fight with a mourning dove.
It's just a bad look all around. It's like, why? Moving on. So you guys get to the big doors of the archive. And we're going to pause with you guys standing there in front of the archive and head over to, with the German brain in a jar, sighing, just delight, like he's coming home. And we're gonna go back to our violence children. Hello, violence children. How are you? How are you guys doing this evening?
Happy to be
Well
here.
armored.
Excellent. Did you guys write down what your arms and armor? Because I sure didn't.
I did.
I had a little like canine tack vest and of course very important tactical baton in the mouth.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
Abso-friggin-lutely.
I don't remember exactly. I had the big heavy armor, and then I think I was convinced not to use a shotgun.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
but
you were
al-
given a knife.
I think you
but
were
then a
getting,
knife. But then I gave the knife back and ended up with some sort of a handgun.
I
Was
think
that
you
right?
you got like a big ass taser.
That
Well,
I think
no,
that's
it
right.
wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a beanbag gun. It was
Oh,
It
a
was a
riot control
it
beanbag gun.
was like a riot gear control thing. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
See, who needs to write down notes when we have groupthink? It's okay.
As a group, we can shout wrong answers
Until we arrive at the right one. Yeah.
Correct.
This is how science is done. I'm not wrong, though.
You're not. As someone who ran experiments with you, that is correct.
I do
was really
think
more like
possibly
regressions until you find one that works.
writing things down and note taking might be part of the method. I'm just saying maybe.
But is it
Fair.
essential though?
Fair.
It
right.
hurts. Okay.
All right. You guys are piled into a van and heading for the crab shanty. As you guys arrive, there are 2 more cars outside. And
Back up. Or
here's where we're basically entering a little bit of it's been a minute since we've had a big group combat in this game. So let me lay out the scene for you guys. You have the crab shanty. The parking lot kind of goes around the side and the back. In the back is where the entrance to that storm cellar was, that where you last saw Sefer's body, and Soren, where you were shot. The side of the building where most of the parking is, there are a total of 12 spaces for cars to park. And then that leads around to the front of the building. There is a chain link fence running around the sort of the perimeter of the parking lot and where like the dumpsters are and stuff like that. The lights are all out. The street lights are all out. So the vision is currently poor. You cannot see the people in the cars, but as you pull up, headlights turn on in a clear attempt to blind you. Do any of you let's see, Father Chapek looks at Sister Marie, who's in the back seat, and he says, Marie, cover fire. And she pulls out from inside her robes a big ol' automatic rifle, sort of shimmies up into the front seat of the car, lays it on the dashboard, and just pulls the trigger and shoots out the windshield and starts well, no, she's not going to do that yet. She's going to prepare to do that. She'll shimmy out there, lay it down, and say, "Ready when you are." And Father Chapek's going to look at the 3 of you and say, "Maybe they're just here to talk, but I don't think so. Do any of you have any kind of magic for moving unseen?" Oh,
I'm a dog right now.
you are a dog right now. And I'm pretty sure that even were you not a dog, you don't have any magic to move unseen.
No, I'm not quiet.
No. How about this? I'll get out of the car and go talk to these guys. Let's see if we can, if I can distract them. Maybe you guys can sneak out the trunk. Go around the back and try to sneak in.
Yeah, sounds
Sound
good.
good? All right.
Okay.
So he is going to get out of the car, hold up his hands, and start walking. And say, I don't want any trouble. I'm just here to get my kid back.
If my uncle shoots my dad, I'm gonna be real mad.
Two people get out of the cars that are shining their headlights, and they're both pointing guns at your dad, little handguns at your dad. What do you guys do?
I mean, I'm gonna follow instructions and try to go out the back of the van.
Yeah, correct.
I'm gonna make sure to check the overhead light or whatever it is inside the interior light. Make sure it's off and is not going to turn on as soon as we open the door to go out the back.
Good call.
and then yeah.
All right. Thankfully, this is an ancient van, and it does not do that. Everybody who's trying to move sneakily, roll with blood.
Blurred.
11.
11.
7.
Ooh, 7. Okay. And is Sefer trying to be sneaky?
Yeah, I mean, I think as sneaky as they can be. Sorry, I had to get dice out. So,
Yeah, they're
rolling with blurred. Blurred ick.
What'd you get, Brendan?
Got a 4.
Oh no.
You're not used to that body yet.
No.
Okay. So
You're not that body that imprisons you, huh?
you really aren't. Okay. JD, you're getting out first. Soren's getting out first. You are smoke. You are shadow. You are the night.
As it should be.
You are a fucking ninja, my guy.
A very saintly fucking ninja.
Saintly
Your
ninja.
goddamn Saint Soren.
So with this, what you're kind of doing here is I guess this is technically escape a situation. So on a let me see. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not really trying to escape a situation, just sneaking. You can choose one of the you're going to need to choose one of the following. You end up in another dangerous situation, you leave something important behind, or you give into your base nature and mark corruption.
Oh, I'm absolutely marking corruption.
No, not you, JD. This is for Jerome.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had the 7. So I'm not going to do that last one. That one doesn't seem to fit so much with what's going on. Do I want to end up in another dangerous situation or leave something important behind? I kind of want to take everything with us. So let's end up in another dangerous situation.
Okay. So you retain your arms and armor. But as you get out of the car, you see someone with their back to you. See them, they've got their back to you. But they're standing at the entrance to the to the basement. And if any of you make any noise, they're absolutely going to see you. So you've managed to sneak away from the people out front who are talking to Father Chapek, but this person is going to hear you if um, any noise is made. If they get any suspicion.
Sure. Yeah.
And you do see that they are armed. They are also holding a gun. What happens to Sefer on a 4? When they roll a 4, when they get a 4 in stealth, what happens?
What a wild question.
I want to know. I want to know what you think a failure state in this is.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. Anybody got any thoughts on this?
I've got a couple
What-
thoughts.
What if your dog instinct kicks in and you see something that causes you to bark at it? Or
I was thinking squirrel or rat.
Okay.
Or I was thinking you just get Dusty was or Rusty was a street dog for a long time. You just get a claw stuck in like the catch at the bottom of the thing and just kind of eat it getting out of the car and stumble and let out a yelp.
I was kind of thinking I might just completely beef it, trying to get out. I mean, like dogs have trouble stepping down out of things. They are not vertical creatures generally. And yeah, I think I just fully beef it. And I'm a dog also wearing a dog and riot gear, so like I am a heap of dog and SWAT team just
You get out of the car, you fall on the ground, you yelp. The person standing at the door whips around with their gun and fires 3 shots. I would like all of you to make the 2 of you to make just luck rolls.
Yeah.
Because this person is firing fully blindly.
Yeah. Okay.
luck, you say?
Yeah, you're just rolling. You were just rolling flat.
Oh. Okay.
Or you can mark corruption and tell me how your
Let's see where this goes. I was just looking for a modifier. That's all. But we're gonna go for this.
We're gonna give them a
6.
I got a 7.
6 and a 7. Bedlam, do you have a +1 lurking around from a previous session? Maybe.
Not that I'm aware of.
You are you get hit. Like they're just firing wildly. They're not trying to they're just twitchy. So Sefer, you take kind of like a glancing like it just like whizzes past your face, your arm, your shoulder. But they're clearly not firing for something at dog height. A bullet catches you square in the chest. You would take 2 harm, but your armor's going to absorb that.
Yeah. Also, I did finally go back and do my extra tainted move after leveling up. So in addition to wearing that armor, I am also tough as nails. So I have lots of absorption.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Blessed or holy sources ignore your armor. Weapons designed to stun and impair you have no effect. Oh, yeah. Yep. So you have what, armor 4 right now?
I thought it was 2
Oh,
for the stuff I was carrying, right? Wasn't it? I don't remember
Yes.
the stats offhand.
Yes,
but
you
I
had
thought it was
armor-
1 for the lightweight and 2 for the heavy, but I could be wrong.
Yes, I think you're right. So yeah, you have armor 2, and that bullet, it catches your armor. It's like being punched. But there is no hole poked in you. What that attracts the attention of the other 4 people. You hear Father Chapek yell, you hear him yell, Marie, Marie! And he drops and she starts spraying bullets at the people in the cars, just laying
Chaos.
covering fire. Did you say Catholics?
I said chaos.
Chaos.
Though I don't know, Cali also works. I'll be honest.
It was like, just spraying bullets out of their cars. Catholics. Something, the IRA. So yeah, you now have cover fire. Someone has shot another person. Who's interested in moving?
I think
I mean-
Soren is.
Because remember, this is Urban Shadows, so it's very much who wants the spotlight, not so much we don't have like a movement order. But yeah, Soren, you can do some stuff now.
I would love to, and I would love to roll for vigilante again, because why not?
Oh yeah,
Go with the tried and true.
tried and true.
That is an 11.
Fuck, man.
I've rolled 5 and 4 twice.
You've gotten an 11 every time you've rolled vigilante. You have gotten a 10 or above. Like this game wants you to murder.
It really does.
So, what you gonna do?
Well, I'm going to use that first hold on the guy who just, maybe accidentally, maybe not, shot my friend. I have promised that I'm not killing going into this.
You did do that.
And so my goal is to disable him.
Okay. So you're
And
using
I think that would go well with breaking his spine.
Alrighty. So you are using one hold to cross the distance before they have time to adjust or react, and using your second hold to disable them. All right. Fantastic. Yeah. For flavor. Just for flavor. Where in his spine do you break it?
Just like, if you had to pick a vertebrae,
If you had to pick a vertebra, where are we going? What are we looking at here? Just for fun.
I wouldn't want to accidentally kill him, so perhaps somewhere in the middle. Soren doesn't know a whole lot about anatomy, but he is assuming anywhere near the neck is particularly dangerous, and he is trying not to inadvertently kill. So somewhere in the middle of the spine.
Cool. So we're looking in the lumbar spine here. All right. Yeah. So you I'm how do you do it? What does this look like? For what does the camera see?
The camera sees Soren moving unnaturally quickly. And Soren is not large. I mean, I would imagine that this man is much taller and broader than he is. But I think we see Soren just appear out of the shadows and fucking suplex this guy.
Kaboom.
Like it's nothing.
Kaboom.
It sounds like not just a suplex, but indeed a flying suplex.
Yes. Flying
Absolutely.
suplex. Oh my god.
Just absolute New Japan out here.
Yup. Soren, if there is an alternate universe, not even all that alternate, where Soren is a pro wrestler.
You're
Like-
gonna make this game, Della, one day. I'm gonna
Very, very
reprise
close.
this role.
And there's a PBTA system for it.
I would actually think that all of JD's characters, like Royal Rumble, would actually be pretty fucking great.
So in the alternate universe, Saint Soren is the character he plays in the ring, and then his parents pressured him into getting into wrestling at a young age for the publicity. Absolutely, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
I have it right here.
Yeah, it's a great system.
All right,
It's
so
so
now I know what we're playing. Next time we like have to take a break, or my brain isn't working. We'll just play that.
Absolutely.
I still need to fucking do when my mental health is like at a sustainable level. I am running this. I just need to get my brain right.
Your brain is so precious and so valuable. Please,
It's struggling.
please, we love it so. Yeah. So yeah, you do not kill this man. You do, however, crush several of his vertebrae. You engage in some interesting displacement of various joints and spinal processes. It's all jumbled up in there. He'll have a bad time. He screams once and passes out from pain. You rolled an 11, so yeah, no one was really able to stop you there. You do have one more hold that you can use at any point in this fight. Either of you guys want to do anything? The guys over there seem to be intent on running over to where y'all are. And Soren has disabled the guard at the door.
Right. So I think Jerome was about to fire off his anti-personnel cannon, or whatever you want to call it. Sorry.
Potato gun.
Yes. And then Soren just like did his thing and just wrecked this guy. So I think Jerome needs to take a beat. And so where are they running from? Like, are they on this side of the car? Are they still on the other side of the car? How much time do I have? Like,
so sort of from the air.
Yeah.
The cannot draw on things. Yeah, so from the air, your car is at one point in the triangle that you guys got out of. About 20 feet away, down one side of the triangle, is the edge of the building. About 30 feet away is the entrance to the cellar. And then about another 20 feet away, at an acute angle, is are the other guys in their cars, and they're running for you. So they've got about, don't.
And are they they're on the other side of the van? Like,
yes,
can they see me yet? Or yeah, okay.
They were alerted to your presence when they can see you. They were alerted to your presence when Sefer fell out of the car. So
okay.
they can see you. I
think Jerome's gonna prep up. I think he's gonna prep this big old you describe it. How did you describe this thing? It's almost like a weighted net thing. Like you said, like a t-shirt cannon sort of.
It's like
deal.
a cross between it's like a souped up t-shirt cannon. Yeah, basically.
But that's what it shoots at, is essentially like is it like a net, or is it just like weighted?
It's a hockey puck, basically.
Yeah, it shoots beanbags, or like a hockey. Yeah, basically, it either shoots. Tell them what you want. Do you want to shoot the big canisters? Or do you want to shoot the beanbags? The canisters are about the size of this little wine krug. If it were the same thing all the way around. And
how does that not kill somebody. What is that? I don't know.
If it
I'm not
hits you in
familiar
the
with
head,
these.
it will.
So
Oh.
interesting. So this is a whole thing. So you're not actually supposed to shoot it directly at people. This is a whole thing. You're actually, so the proper doctrinal use of them is you're actually supposed to point them at the ground and bounce them at people. And that removes some of the kinetic force.
Yeah.
So now
that's
firing it directly at people does still technically qualify as quote unquote less lethal, but it was much more likely to break bones.
all right. All right.
Unless you hit them directly in the head, you're unlikely to kill them. Even if you do hit them directly
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
head, you might not.
All right. I
kill
mean,
them
let's
dead.
go along with that. Like, we'll just use that thing. But Jerome has had no real training in this, so he's just gonna aim it at generally the center of their mass and pull the thing, the trigger. So I think what he's going to do is just going to prep for them to come around the front of the van. So either they're going to be coming over like toward us, or they're going to be heading directly toward Soren, which seems kind of likely at this point, right? And Jerome's just going to wait until one of them's in view, and then
So Marie's laying down cover fire. You see one of them. One of them like drops and like rolls to the side and is kind of getting up at like an angle where she can't fully sweep around or has not yet swept around to just pick him off. Father Chapek is still on the ground. The guy who sort of rolled to the side is kind of getting up, looking at you guys like he's gonna come for you. And so yeah, do you fire at him? Do you just threaten him?
No, I'll just fire right. Yeah, as soon as they're in view, I mean, it's non-lethal. This is fine.
Exactly.
It's fine.
It's less than lethal.
Yes.
Also, I just got shot. Come on. Like I'm not waiting. I'm not going to yell.
Right.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I'm just
You are all adrenaline. Please unleash an attack on someone.
Yes. Will do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, use that beanbag gun improperly.
Hell yeah.
All right, here we go.
Void that warranty.
Oh, that's a 6.
Ooh, total?
Yeah, I only have 1 blood, so yeah.
Ooh. You don't have any things for that. Yeah. So basically what happens is it goes boom, and it goes sailing off over the guy's head. Like just
I think that's pretty reasonable for a first shot of this thing without anybody showing me how to use it. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. You made him duck, definitely. But he is still coming at you. Sefer, dog friend, what are you doing? There is now, that guy is coming at you guys. There is a guy with a broken back about 20 feet away from you. There is another guy. You don't know if there's any other people in the cars. There is another guy on the opposite side of the car, so a little bit farther away from you. You cannot see him. You suspect he dropped as well. And again, you hear the firing of the automatic rifle.
I think just kind of in the chaos of the situation, I think Sefer is going to probably try to just dog it and just try to dart into the side. So there was a side door that was open, right? Or that was available?
The basement door.
Yes.
The
I was probably going to try
door.
to get to the basement door.
Okay.
Try to get down there.
All right. You run to the basement door. Go ahead and roll with blood for me.
What? Okay. And boxcars.
You do it.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it gracefully. You bound across the space like a graceful hound.
Best in show.
Best in show. And you reach the cellar door. And as you stand there at the cellar door, this is a sensory nightmare for a dog.
Oh yeah.
It smells like terror.
It's
smells.
It's 4th of July on bath salts.
It's 4th of July on bath salts. There is fear and blood and urine from this guy whose back Soren broke. Their noise is ungodly, but amid the chaos of smells, you smell yourself. And this is a smell that is unlike anything else that you have picked up with your nose previously, but it is unmistakably you, your body, and you are drawn to it. Your body is definitely still down there.
So crucially, is the door openable?
It is open.
But it was open. Okay, was like supposed to be like thwarted by my lack of opposable thumbs. Is it one of the bendy handles? Can I can I get up there?
Speaking of being thwarted by door design, we're gonna head back to the the archive where the German brain in a jar is bitching about the lack of ramp. For
this is not ADA
friends.
compliant.
Yeah, this is not ADA compliant at all. This is bullshit. And but makes his way up the stairs.
Should have gone for the Boston Dynamics chassis.
Making my way upstairs, 'cause I am just a brain in a bell jar. Sorry. Okay. So Imogen is trying to figure out a way to get this thing upstairs.
No, it is able to get up the stairs. Its tank treads kind of are able to kind of mold its way up, but it's clearly either not comfortable or not easy. Hard to know which. Do you swipe your card to get in? You have a key card that lets you in.
Oh, but it tracks doesn't it?
Probably.
I think I'm still filled with a little bit too much himbo energy. So instead of trying to do normal Imogen things, she doesn't think about it. They don't think about it. Also, the circumstances of having a brain in a jar, probably a little bit too distracting. So yeah, without thinking, Imogen is just swipes their card to be let in.
All right.
To the archives.
Okay. Give me a luck roll. You want high.
Just 2d6.
Straight 2d6.
Eight.
It's not bad. Not bad. You get in. It's late at night. The lights are all off. You enter. There's like the front desks. There's like the visitors area. There's the library area that's open to the public. This area probably feels relatively homey for you. Probably pretty kind of nice. Then you descend the staircase, or probably in your case, the elevator, because of the brain in the jar. Unless you really want to torment the brain in the jar, which, I can't see why you wouldn't. But that will take you down into the restricted sections, which again, you will need to swipe your key card to let you access.
think I think we're gonna take the elevator,
Okay. Okay.
but I don't want to go anywhere that requires too much keycard access. Once we're actually in here, not for fear of being caught, but for fear that like that I might. Wow, sorry, my brain just is like not connecting right now.
It is
Um,
A-okay. It is A-okay.
you know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go down to that level of like that level of the library, but I'm into just taking Dr. Doofenshmirtz to
Mhm.
wherever he
Dr.
needs that doesn't
Spiegel.
Dr. Spiegel, sorry.
Uh,
I might just call him Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
yeah, that is A-okay. That is fine. Doctor, you and Dr. Doofenshmirtz sort of starts rolling around the unrestricted area of the library. You know, there's a part of the library you can get to that is a um doesn't require key card access. It does just require a key. Um that you do have. That's like just like the employees only area. It's not like the
Mm-hmm.
restricted books area, but there are some, you know, there are books there that aren't available to everyone else, but it's more like stuff that is like um it's the stuff that the staff is working on as well.
Right.
So he sort of looks around and says, this is not what we are looking for. I'm looking for he gives you like 16 different titles of various books, and he says, and I am very interested in the works of Robert Ham, the 16th century alchemist. I need these books. Where would I find them? We must go to those books.
16th century alchemy.
It was a
That last question.
highly heretical text on the early applications of magic before before uh, the Archon Augustine revealed the magical world to the rest of us.
You know what? Why don't you, while we look for this book, Doctor, why don't you tell me more about maybe what interests you about it? And that will help me jog my memory about some like the layout, because obviously we don't have like the Dewey Decimal System here.
It sounds to me like you're trying to mislead, distract, or trick, and you should roll with mind.
All right, that is an 11.
Ooh, okay. You can pick two, or I'm sorry, you can pick three. Create an
Ooh,
opportunity, expose weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, avoid further entanglement.
I would like to create an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
avoid further entanglement,
Mm-hmm.
and expose a weakness or flaw.
Interesting. He starts talking again. He absolutely buys it. He starts telling you about Robert Ham theorized an entire secondary world of magic that existed outside of this, similar to the world of the Fae. What we know of the Bright now, Robert Ham theorized through his alchemical research, and it is this fascinating magics that he developed. These early theories of magic actually were eventually the development of what we know now as modern homuncular electronics. This harnessing of raw, bright is based on Robert Ham's work. And now, if we wish to harness the raw energies, raw angelic energies, I need to read this treatise. It is something I have longed for so long. I believe I have done the math myself. I have done so much of it myself, to the point I have wasted away my body quite literally. And I, if I could check my work against the master alchemist, it would be my greatest honor.
Old Master Alchemist.
You,
Robert Hood.
Ham, in this case, Robert Ham, which is a reference to a Friends novel.
I mean, you said it with such confidence. I was Googling myself, like, man, how have I not heard of this guy? Robert Ham,
Robert
occult, 19th century. Nope, nothing. Okay, all right.
No, not unfortunately a real guy borrowing without permission from a.
It's an homage.
An homage. It's an homage. So the opportunity to the weakness or flaw in this that you expose here, this brain in a jar, lacking a body, is clearly desperate for stimulation and is wildly distractible. It lacks most inputs, and so basically takes any input and seems to run with it. The brain requires enrichment. Someone put a goldfish in there with him. It will help. He needs a friend.
What about a beta fish?
I'm just saying, combination brain in a jar and koi pond. You know?
It's the decoration sensation sweeping the nation. Yes.
Indeed. We'll put that in our cursed lobby. The
go
opportunity. What opportunity are you seeking here? Like, what opportunity are you looking to create? Are you looking to book it? Like, because what you could do, if you don't have any other ideas, what you could conceivably do is lock this thing in here.
Because with all due respect, he doesn't have arms and he doesn't have eyes. So it's not like he can grab anything or read anything.
It does have eyes. They're
Oh.
exceedingly distressing as they sort of jut out from the gray mass of the brain itself. Yeah, it's not great. But it does have visual inputs. So it can actually read the books you're introducing it to.
Okay.
But yeah, you very easily could just lock it in here and either drop an anonymous tip to the police that someone's clattering around the archive, or you could just leave.
I mean, it does seem like
Imogen. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it does seem like if you were to leave the brain down here, that they'd probably be fine for probably a couple hundred years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or I mean, I was thinking of just leaving the guy down here and just letting him vibe. Just become the new archive pet, which honestly, not a bad idea.
Maybe he'd dig it.
Okay. Were poppets invented, Della? Can poppets exist in this universe?
What are poppets?
Those little pop the things they give Gen Alpha kids now that like are little, you can push the buttons and they pop.
Oh,
they're like
like little like
silicone.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I've got my children have my house is full of them. Uh, so I definitely heard poppet like Elizabethan English for puppet for whatever
Oh
reason. My brain was
Yeah.
still with Robert Ham. And
I was with you, Della. I was with you in this
I
moment.
was like, what
What are you about to
weird?
do, Imogen?
No, but yes, little poppets can exist.
yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think Imogen might just have one
Mm-hmm.
in their bag. For low stim days in the archives,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just be like, Doctor, why don't you tell me a little bit more? Continue telling me more. But here is some enrichment for you.
Okay. Tiny
And just
the
drop a little poppet.
continues talking, tiny claw comes out like Wally arm comes out, grass poppet, little poker uh that's like tipped with uh like the material on the end of like styluses for like
Mm-hmm.
computers like that like little rubberized tip starts pop 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 just continues ranting about alchemy and angels and the binding of the methodology of binding angels and how uh as you slip away you hear a uh you hear him talking about the stage, the great stage, and the plans for the great stage as you slip out the door and lock it
Can I
again.
stay behind and listen to that rant so I can try to retain it?
Okay, yeah. So for the when you hear him ranting, you hear him talking about the plans for the great stage in DC, in Washington DC in the capital. When uh not one but two saints will be present. Uh and surely this will draw down an angel.
Excellent. And then I roll with mine.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm just telling you this. I'm just giving
Oh,
you can remember this. Easy.
okay,
I'm
great.
just telling you this is I'm basically giving you kind of this freebie since we're not being able to like have this long role play session with this. Um but this guy knows a lot of things and is talky. So at any point you can basically hold two. You can and to you have two holds you can roll and say I know something about this
Got it. I understand. Okay, I understand
but
now. Yay.
this is a piece of information you are just you don't have to roll to recall uh
Okay.
a apparent um alchemical attack planned uh in for Soren and Aoife's tour.
Great. Love that. Love that for us.
It's great. It's gonna be great. So back in the firefight, um, Sister Marie runs out of ammo, needs to reload. In the brief pause, uh, you hear her shout to Father Chapek. He pops up with his little with his gun and starts cracking off shots. Uh, and they're starting to scatter. The guy who was chasing after you, you hear them yell, leave it, let's go. And they are all um, uh, and one of them yells, "No, it's too valuable, no!" The guy who Jerome you shot at is still trying to get at you guys. The other car starts to drive away. Father Chapek is still kneeling on the ground. Sister Marie still in the car without a windshield. What do you guys do? There is one still standing guy, and one car, and one open door with your body inside, Sefer. What do you guys want to do? Who wants the spotlight?
I mean, I think Sefer's ducking inside.
All right.
Sefer's got the scent. I think Sefer's going for it. Is it wise to separate from the group? No, but Sefer's doing it anyway.
All right. You rush down the stairs. You rush down the stairs, you rush down that hallway. There's a door on the side that you completely ignore. It's a supply closet. It smells like cleaning fluid. You don't need to be in there. You turn the corner, and then there's the big room. There's a little room rather where you had the conversation with Father Chapek, with Brother Chapek, the brother of your father.
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony.
I read this fantasy book where they kept calling people like aunt of my daughter and stuff like that, and it infected my brain. It's really, actually, genuinely good book. Saint Death's Daughter. Check it out. Commits a major sin of fantasy books where they use just an absolute fuck ton of like made up fantasy words really early on that you have to just figure out.
It's too many weird vowel combos and like apostrophes just kind of randomly sprinkled in there.
Less apostrophe abuse, but lots and lots of syllables.
Yeah.
Lots of polysyllabic shenanigans. Anyway, you run down, you see that room where you had the conversation with Uncle Tony, and you see in front of you closed doors, and your body is beyond it. You know your body is beyond it. Other two of you, what do you do?
I think Soren is following Sefer since he saw them disappear down the stairs. I'm assuming just given the closeness and proximity. And so I think he is just as close to being on Dusty's tail as he can be.
Okay. Jerome?
So that guy that I shot at, where is he now?
Charging you.
Charging me. Yeah. I'm gonna do it again.
Charging. He's actually not. Make an insight check. Roll with heart, I think. No, figure someone out is rolling with mind. So roll with mind.
Oh, really? Mind of all things? Dang. That would bring me to a 6.
It's really too bad you don't fail forward in this game, right?
It is really too bad.
It is really too bad. Yeah, he's just charging forward. You can't see where he's looking. You can't see what he's doing. Last thing you heard from him was, "No, this is too important."
Oh, that was it. Okay.
He's charging.
Well, anyway, I do fire again.
Okay.
That thing.
You are unleashing an attack.
Sure am. Try again. I'm getting used to this thing now. It's going to be much better this time. It's not going to be much better this time. Almost unbelievably, that is a 5 + 1 or a 6.
Okay, it's clearly whatever was happening with me last Thursday is now happening to you. Like,
I'm like right on the border of succeeding on like the last 3 rolls. Yeah.
yeah, this has been rough. My 2 nat ones on an advantage roll was bad last week, so I think I infected you. I apologize.
Oh no, that still takes the cake though. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, anyway.
Nice. Anyway,
I definitely miss him again. Good thing I have like 3 armor total, so
yes.
no big deal.
So here's what happens. You fire at him. He like dodges it. And as he's going past you, he's sticking low to the ground. As he's running past you, he does like a full baseball slide and kicks your ankles out from under you, like just straight knocks you over, pushes himself back up, and keeps running. So you are knocked on. You're just
full on Mega Man you.
He Mega Mans you. He knocks you over. I will let you. No, you failed too many rolls, man. You're on the ground. I can't.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. He knocks you over on the ground. The other car, as I said, is peeling off. You can hear someone from the other car yelling, like, no, don't do, fuck. But that car also starts to, you hear the engine turn on, like it's about to go away. Your other 2 friends have headed down to the basement. Where are you guys going?
And if you'd like to picture Jerome being knocked over, he is in that like heavy armor that he's never really moved around in before, and just like boom, ball. It gets knocked backwards, but it's just hits the ground hard in this heavy armor. So
I'm getting very like tortoise on its back. Like,
yeah, I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to express that I couldn't get up. It's just that yes, if you looked at that, you might think it's akin to the other. Yeah.
You can't you can get up, but you have a new appreciation for the position those tortoises are in.
It's true.
Honestly, we just call that the victory.
It's true. We do.
Damn. It is true. You guys, Soren, you get to the door. And where Sefer is trying to, I assume, trying to dig under the door, like it's closed. Soren, the door's locked.
I'd like to rip it open.
You've got another hold.
I was about to say, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be locked for very much longer.
I don't. You're gonna spend that hold, just fuck this door up, right to hell.
I think so. Yeah, no, I think so.
Sick. The door. This mere doors cannot stop you. On a table in an now empty room is Sefer's body. Sefer, before you, what do you do upon entering the room?
So I think, definitely following the scent to my body.
It is lying openly on a table.
Okay.
There is a note safety pinned to the chest, to your shirt.
Okay. What does
The
it
body
say?
the body is fully clothed.
What does the note say, Della?
And Soren, do you pick it up?
Soren picks it up.
You see written in the note, We got what we needed. See you in the next world. See you in the next world, nephew. And no, he wouldn't say nephew. He'd
Yeah, I was
say
gonna say
he'd say
that feels like we experienced some growth there.
no, it would be it would genuinely it would probably be like he probably would actually say nibbling, like
Nibbling.
not
Yeah.
not nephew, like
Okay.
knowing your identity
Mm-hmm.
uh would but
Oh,
you
I feel
you
like we're
can
really
feel
growing here, Uncle Anthony.
and the underneath it is a series of letters and numbers that is clearly a code
Uh-huh.
that is written you see above it is written uh oh gosh, what's your father's name?
Carl.
Carl. It is written just says Carl, and then it says it's written in this code. And that is all.
All the machinery that was in here is gone.
All the
Right.
machinery is gone. All of the any readouts, everything seems like it's been cleared out of here. Um, uh, yeah, everything's been cleared out. You guys hear above you someone like slam into the doorway, starting to run down the steps. Uh, Jerome, do you deal with the person who's just tried to get past you?
I mean, tried to get past me. They're
The man who
definitely.
successfully tried and succeeded, might I add. I wasn't
If I
trying to
can
be
make another shot at him from laying on the ground from prone before he makes it to the I assume he's heading down the stairwell or toward that stairwell, right?
I
So
don't see why not. Go right on ahead. You've got to
third
roll.
time's a charm, right?
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Anybody
I'm
want
ready.
to place bets?
It's gonna be a 6.
Hey, it's not.
Yay.
That is a 5, and that is a 3, and
Ooh.
+1 is a 9.
9.
Oh, yeah,
Yay.
it's a 9. It's a 9.
Beautiful. So
Jerome succeeded in something.
you did. You succeeded in getting out of the car too. Okay, sorry, getting out of the car quietly. Sneakily. You all succeeded in getting out of the car. You may choose one. You can inflict terrible harm or take something from them. On a 7 to 9, you can choose one from below as well, which is either they inflict harm on you or you find yourself in a bad spot.
Oh, yes, I see. Can't really take something from them at this distance. I don't really see how that would really work exactly. But
you could take verticality from them. You could take
I
armor
see.
from them. You could take the use of a limb from them.
I see. Okay. So we're just
take their illusion of safety.
How about I'm going to take the use of their knee from them. I don't necessarily have to deal them a huge amount of harm, but like I don't think they're going to be moving very quickly at the moment. I'm going to say that canister hits them in the knee.
Right as they're like turning to make that corner, you fire, and you're aiming for their center mass, but as you said, you don't know.
It's been shown I'm not very good at aiming this thing, so
you're getting so much better because this time, right in the knee, just crunch, which you might have been able to hear make a really nasty sound, but all of you are fully deaf from being quite close to a firing AR-15 with no.
True. And I think what I'll do is find myself in a bad spot because that seems to make sense. I thought about maybe having the thing like kick back and inflict harm on me, but let's go with find myself in a bad spot and see where that goes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So you guys are downstairs. The other car drives away, just fully goes away, like peels out, abandons their two friends. Um, there's a guy like holding his leg and yelling. He looks over, he looks up at you. Father Carl's coming over as well. He just looks up at you and is like, "Your time is coming." Uh, and does not say anything else. Um, Downstairs, you guys, you have your body. What how do you want to like get into it?
I think
So,
before Sefer even does that, Soren looks at them and like has been studying Sefer's body intensely, and then just asks, "Is there anything wrong? Is it safe?"
so Della, I have a weird idea.
Mhm.
I have a weird idea, Della.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm assuming I still have access to my moves,
You
even as
do.
Dog Zephyr. Okay,
You do.
okay. I
Mhm.
do have my move Machinist. Does my body, sans soul, qualify as an alchemical machine?
You know what? It sure does, buddy.
So, I would like to try and use my machinist ability to ask it some questions.
Incredible. Incredible. I
Okay.
love this
All right.
for all of us.
Cool. Roll spirit. Okay, well, on a miss, the machine betrays me to my enemies in whatever way it can. So, all right. Let's
Cool.
let's
Don't
not do
This is
that.
fine.
It's fine.
don't
It's fine.
miss.
I will just choose
Don't
not to
miss.
fail.
Just
Right.
don't
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah. Just don't fuck up. Yeah. Right. Okay. That is with spirit. Okay. That's 10. 10.
10. 10. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong page. I'm like, there we go. Let's see. All right. 10 for Machinist.
Yeah. So ask 2.
All
And
righty.
the really important question I was really asking from that list was what secrets are hidden here, friend? Honestly, the answers to which could go in all kinds of directions. So, what does my body know that I don't?
Let me answer that with another question
Oh, god damn it.
to you.
What have I done?
And that would be, what would you call uh a massive amount of power with an ego and an identity, but lacking in free will?
This is uncalled for violence.
What what would what would you call that?
I guess that's fair.
'Cause that's what we, I mean, that's what we are. We're they they made us to be angels.
Oh, huh. I guess I never really thought about it that way.
And that's what that's what we were for originally.
Oh, okay. So to be like the vessels or to be like fully incarnated like situations?
Well, yeah, like vessels, because an angel, that amount of demiurgic power just like floating around would really just kind of tear shit up in a way that
Oh
would
no, no,
be.
yeah, no. The competing reality structures alone that would just that
Oh, completely,
no,
completely.
no, man. I mean, do you imagine? Can you even conceive of the amount of atomic bleed that that would cause?
Oh, I mean, uh, uh, mathematically, yes, but like practically speaking,
I mean, it's cascading is the
yeah,
problem.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, no, you know, that's helpful. You know, this just really is helpful. Thank you.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, I do have another question.
Uh huh.
Yeah, how could I get my Athenor kind of reinstalled? Um, you know, in your whole situation.
Oh, you're gonna need to repaint or reinscribe your Shem
Oh,
with an adjustment to convey the new identity that has formed now that you have had experiences outside of this vessel of flesh.
okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, that's really awesome. No, and that makes a lot of sense. You know, have they they didn't do anything to the Shem like as it is, right? They didn't like alter the Shem in any way.
They
I mean, I know you can't see it super good because it's like on the back and everything, but
Right, right, right. I mean, my sort of sensory array right now is not really explicable. But I guess you know how that works.
oh
You
yeah,
know
totally.
how it works.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
getting much more acquainted with that.
the they would have if they could have, but they didn't.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, now that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, sending the German to the library seems like it was a good call.
Oh, that was a
Good
really
call.
good idea.
That was a good call. It's a good
Yeah, oh
call.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We'd have been stripped down
Cool.
for parts.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think do you do you mind if we just kind of flip you over to kind of check out the whole Shem situation? See if we can
Oh,
do a little system update there, buddy.
I'll flip away, pal and self.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This is good. This is good. Okay, guys. Okay. So hey, Soren, can you kind of like flip me, not me, me on the table, kind of over, kind of onto my front there. Um,
I can do
also,
that.
also, also, can you take off my clothes?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome, actually.
I'm sorry.
Look, just we need to get out my shem, you know.
You clearly know what's going on here in a way
Look,
that
if
I
I
do
if
not.
I would do it myself, but I got my whole
I will do it.
just
I have
scrabbles at the
hands.
table.
You do not have hands. I have hands. And so I will roll Sefer's body over
Mm-hmm.
and follow their instructions.
uh, Jerome, because I think it would be funny. Father Chapek, this is exactly the time when you walk in. Father Chapek is up there, putting like uh, whatchamacallit, zip ties around people's wrists up there, um, and is having a very clear conversation about memory of identities with this man and about why he shouldn't have that. Uh, and so yeah, I feel like you walk in right as Soren is struggling to remove Zephyr's shirt.
Uh, um, hmm. Well, I mean, Jerome looks down and sees, I assume, Separate the dog,
Mhm.
just okay with whatever's happening generally here, and takes a beat and tries to kind of figure out what's happening before asking, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
We're getting Sefer back into their body.
Okay. Uh, Sefer, how we doing this?
Okay, so it's gonna be really interesting. Okay, so you see there on my back, kind of started running from kind of like the shoulder, kind of running all the way down to kind of the kind of the GI Joe zone down there. We got so that's my shem is what that is. Uh, and Sefer gestures with Dusty's snout, and you can see all down their back what appears to be something akin to a sort of a calligraphic um, representation of the Sephiroth, um, the tree the tree of life in Kabbalah mysticism. Um, to look at, if you know, at first glance, you might think it would be like a tattoo, but upon further examination, it appears like as though it has formed almost just like a birthmark.
Well, I mean
This
that would be the first thing out of Jerome's mouth would be, wow, Sefer, that's a heck of a tattoo.
a heck of a back piece. Yeah, no, no, I was born with it. So it's part of my it's a part of my makeup. It just kind of grows. It's a part of me, just like my arms. Um,
So,
and
like,
so
how do we?
so this is gonna be the funky part. Right. Gonna have to adjust my shem to incorporate the new experiences that now define my identity as a sapient and perceiving being.
I have no idea what any of that means.
So, and
Just tell me what to do.
that's fine. Because my body told me that's what I needed to do, and that makes sense logically. I've never done that before. But if you can believe it, uh, so I'm kind of trying to figure. I'm kind of working the problem here, and you can see like, so actually, I need a stick. I need my thinking stick.
Yeah, I think Jerome walked across the room and just picked up Dusty Sefer and just put them on Sefer body's back. You know, like, oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah, and I think Sefer is like, hey, can you grab? I dropped the baton when I came here. Can you grab that for me? That'd be yeah. And then Sefer just starts aggressively just gnawing on it as they are trying to work this problem. Okay, gotta figure out understanding symbolic resonance. Okay, does this make me more of a actually okay, I might have something for this. Okay, all right. As Brendan tries to remember the term.
So here's what mechanically this is going to look like, guys. Um, I'm you guys are going to pick a person to do whatever the adjustment is.
Mhm.
That person is going to roll for the skill at which they're doing the adjustment. And that's probably going to be either mind or spirit. And then Brendan, you are going to roll with spirit with advantages given to you by how good that roll is.
Mhm.
You can all of you can be helping one another and giving plus ones in your own way. You just will describe to me how you are helping with this. 'Cause this is a big deal.
Sure. I'm gonna volunteer Soren to maybe lead this one. Only because these are mind and spirit are Jerome's two lowest stats.
Does Soren have tattoos?
Absolutely not. Would his
Yeah.
parents have allowed that? No.
No.
Thorin is not Kaz.
Yeah.
Though how familiar is Soren with mortification?
I mean, you put that out there, that's valid. I think actually, in essence, probably Soren's understanding comes more from art.
Mhm.
So how are you guys? How are you guys doing this?
Okay, so Soren, you sort of understand kind of the whole kind of like equal and opposite kind of concept, like the light and shadow, like in a conceptual sense. Perhaps even more than most, because you came back from the dead, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
No, honestly, pretty ideal situation actually. I feel like you're gonna get this right off the bat. Okay. So you see the emanations that are sort of represented uh like conceptually in my shem. So basically it's gonna take that and I need you to kind of almost like fill in the negative space. Fill in the click off.
Fill in the negative space. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the shadow space. Cast their shadows.
I can do that.
You got this.
Can I help at all?
Honestly, kind of, yeah. No, maybe I think you might be able to, yeah. If you're not much of an artist, like you might be able to kind of help conceptualize this with your whole sort of like pact thing and the sort of like the symbolic weight that it places on your soul.
Am I putting demonic iconography on you?
No, 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 no. It's
Okay.
neg. It's no, no. This it's less about the inverse and more like the shadow. It's so essentially the what we're describing here are the shells or the husks that are considered in some versions of mysticism to be the inverse of the emanations. Although obviously in the case of homunculus is rather more complicated. I I think that's probably the best way to represent my new experiences, being that my Athenor has now experienced the void. To add the experience of the void of the inverse of being um, to the emanations described in my Shem, I feel like that's probably the best way to really kind of boot me to bios.
So, would you like draw a dog without a soul as a husk?
I think
Wait, I don't.
go with your heart is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Don't don't
say
don't 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 think about it too hard. I think that the essential the essential plumum of your soul, the essential base matter will do the work for you.
you guys. Uh, you, JD, go ahead and roll with spirit. Take an additional +1 from the help of Jerome as you guys are filling in these gaps.
That is a 5. And I think it makes sense because when Sefer brought up the void, I think Soren started to think back to what he can remember of being dead. And I think that pulls him out of this moment in a way that is not going to be optimal.
Jerome, it's all you, buddy. You got this.
No, 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 no. Zephyr does it. Soren does it. Um, Zephyr,
Mhm.
if you were to do this perfectly, what do you what do you draw?
I mean, that's partly why I was kind of trying to leave it up to like
That's
like
it.
broad
That's what I'm
concept.
asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the broad concept of what you draw, JD? If it were to happen perfectly, what is the broad concept of your update to the sort of the Sephira that's on the back of your friend Sephir?
I think if it were to go perfectly, it would be as Sefer described, that it would essentially be Soren making almost the mirror reflection, but darker, of what is already there and building in those spaces. And so he is very methodical, at least at the start, because that is his intention. But in trying to connect spiritually to this, it goes a bit awry.
It does. Suffer, roll with spirit.
Okay. Okay. That is a 9.
Fantastic. As you guys see, both of you see Soren start to work, and Jerome, what is your you help, you sort of see what Soren is trying to do, and you're able to kind of help here and there. As you guys are working, though, you do see Soren's gaze go glassy. And Sefer, you feel the moment where your Shem and your Athenor are back in alignment, and that pulls you forward out of Rusty's body into your own body, which arches on the table with a huge gasp of breath, and Zeke shatters. Sudden jag of white, gaping emptiness jags across the room. A rend in space. Static and howling. And we'll pick up there next time.
Okay, cool. All right. Very cool, very cool, very cool.
This is fine.
Just casually breaking reality over here, guys.
Yeah.
Is that something Jerome would also see out of curiosity, or is he just
Everybody sees it.
Oh, okay.
You see, Jerome, you might have noticed sort of Soren like start to lose track of shit, and then yeah, you do see Zeke break.
Dang.
Amber, Imogen, across town. Or not across town, like really, like over at the
Like a mile away.
like a mile away. You hear your uncle's voice, like, "Hey, Im, what are you doing? It's just gotten really weird." And we're that's sort of like the end of scene, the end of episode post credits scene. And that's where we're ending for tonight. Thank you all for being here with us this evening for all of these shenanigans. We are out of here. Huh?
Oh no, I was just talking to myself. I'm sorry.
That's chill. We're out of here. This has been very fun. This has been Thy Kingdom Come. We do this stuff on second and fourth Mondays. You can see us here again on doing
Friday.
math.
Yes, we will be back for this
We'll be back for this game on the 8th. Yes, unless something stops us. But we'll be back here on the 8th unless it is inconvenient to any of us. We love and respect you so much. And I guess we should sign out now. I need to stop talking. Amber, help me.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. You can't find me anywhere. Don't find me. Don't come looking. Don't even try. I'm protecting my brain. That's it. Bye.
Your email finds them in a clear forest clearing, sitting on a rock, a crow on their shoulder.
And the big fat gray cat yelling at me from somewhere.
Give Obi a Glock. Bedlam, tell us about where we can find you.
Yeah, hi. I've been Bedlam. So you can also find me in another LFTA game every other Thursday, which will be not this Thursday, but the one after that. Doing
That's
heisting.
4th of July.
Is that? Yeah, it's not 4th of July, but I forget the date. The one after that.
We're back
It'll be
in
the one
August,
after that, I think. We're back in August. Okay. Apparently I didn't remember any of this whatsoever. So yeah, there's a schedule somewhere. I don't have it memorized, obviously, but definitely not 4th of July. That's for sure. Okay. So, but yeah. Whenever we're back again, we're going to be heisting. We're doing heists in Waterdeep, doing D&D 5e. It's a lot of fun. And I play Brindle Fallow, a simple farmer. Just getting by. Anyway. And we'll be back here, the 8th. Yeah. So you can see more of Jerome Nears. I had to show off that I could keep two characters in my mind simultaneously and say their names. This is a big step for me.
You did it.
We're proud of you, Bedlam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For more feats like that, come back and see me more.
Brenton.
Hey, actually, not doing a huge amount much else currently. You can find me in our Masks Actual Play podcast, as Alex Sandowski, aka Victory, and nothing else going on currently. Though might have some short shot projects coming up here in the future.
Fun times. Now, JD, how many games are you in, and how much do you sleep?
Thank you so much for asking that, Della. I am officially in/running 11 ongoing campaigns because I make good decisions like that. That's why I'm not going to list all of them because we don't need to be here all night, but I get a normal amount of sleep. And importantly, you can find me a few more times this week. You can find me tomorrow night with Entropy Emporium running our horror masks game. They call us villains. You can then find me back here on LFTA, which incidentally is the next day we will be back, which is this Friday, where we are doing a special Pride one-shot called Be Gay, Do Crime, with 4 kobolds in a trench coat. And we are going to be very gay and do some crime. And then I'll be back here for class reunion on Saturday, because I make good decisions, like play a game late Friday night and then play a game early Saturday morning, like a normal person, but I get a normal amount of sleep. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I worry. You know I worry.
And what about you, Della?
Oh, what? I do stuff. I'm here. Hi, I'm Della. I've been everybody else. And you can find me usually every Thursday because I'm in both Redacted and Never Ember's Enigma. You can't find me this Thursday because I'm getting my sick ass sleeve tattoo updated. Check out my noodle arms. I gotta lift some weights, guys. It's sad. That is pretty much where you can find me. Sometimes I stream stuff on my own channel, Derla Kernlins, and that is pretty much all I do. Fantastic. This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you all for being here so much. JD, are we going to raid someone?
We are going to go over and raid some of our friends at Lost Caravan RPG. So come along with us and listen to some tunes as we set that raid up.
Fantastic. All right. Good night, everybody.